feel your face all numb and everything. So you know it's pretty effective.
Alright, everybody, welcome to Hot Couch Potato, the podcast where we talk about video games and try to avoid the flu. My name is Brent, aka Wop. I'm here with my man Rick, aka A New Perfect Day. What's going on, man?
Just kill me now.
No.
I think I was like listening to the last podcast and I was like, oh yeah, I'm not gonna get sick, blah blah blah, avoiding the sickness. But turns out, man, Monday I got like a fever. I was so out of it. I got sick. I drugged myself with so much medicine. It was so bad I had to use some sleep aid pills in order to knock me out for all of the week. So
Monday, New Year's Day, you got sick, dude?
yeah, like it was
Holy
like half of
shit.
the night. I was just starting to feel that really bad aches, and I was like, oh shit, this is not gonna happen. And then like Tuesday, oh man, I just had that fever. I was like kill me now kind of mode, and
No,
I was like,
dude.
I was hoping to spend the whole day playing video games because I called in sick, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna play some video games, but it's like, oh my god, sickness is taking over, and
Dude.
everyone I know is sick, so holy shit.
When you're so sick you can't play video games, dude, that's fucking rough, bro.
Exactly. Like I fell asleep with a Switch in my hands. I was like, man, I'm so tired. Oh
That
shit.
sucks. Yeah, I think around the same time, maybe Tuesday, Wednesday, I started to feel when I get sick, I just initially feel the itch in the back of my throat, and then like my eyes are really sore whenever I blink. That's how I know I'm gonna get the flu or the cold or something like that. And I
Yep.
started to feel that on Tuesday or
Oh,
Wednesday,
oh
but
no.
that night I just took NyQuil. I freaking took a bunch of not emergency, what you were telling me about, but Airborne. I drank like 3 things of Airborne in one day, dude, which is probably bad for my liver. Just threw all that down, and fortunately, it didn't progress from there, man. So it just sucks hearing you about to die,
Dude.
bro.
Yeah, I heard like the sickness is spreading all of Southern California. So you're surviving the zombie apocalypse right now.
Yeah, man,
Dude,
it
it's so
sucks.
bad that Marnelli's dogs were like coughing and sneezing and stuff like that. I was like,
What?
do dogs get it sick? I didn't even know that, but Marnelli's sister says they're like coughing and sneezing. I was like, shit, because Marnelli's sick. That's why. I
Uh-huh.
was like, fuck. So her whole so when she visited her family, her entire family got sick basically.
God
But
damn, dude.
yeah.
I feel like I need to put myself in a bubble, man. It's horrible, bro.
Yeah, it's getting cold and oh my god. Yep.
And I deal with a lot of like clients too that come in and out over at my job. So who knows what
Shit.
kind of virus people got walking in that door, man.
Yep.
That's scary, dude. Oh my god. Rick's dying, dude.
I'm dying, so that's why I'm like laying down with the microphone in my hand.
So needless to say, this might be a short podcast. We wanna get our guy back up on his feet soon. Because I was just reading about that, how this has been the most deadly flu season in years, man. Just a hell of people are
Shit.
dying, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, my sister was like saying, she wasn't even comforting me. She was like saying, "Oh yeah, I know like 50 people died from ammonia and stuff." And I was like, "What? Well, thanks. Now I'm not gonna sleep today
Sheesh, dude. Yeah,
because I don't know what the fuck I got."
that's so scary, dude.
Oh, shit.
Oh man. So out of any time you had to play video games this week, what did you play?
Nothing much. I was just pretty much knocked out. I tried to play Mario for a little bit, but
Uh,
ended up watching anime. Have you heard of like Gundam Iron Blooded Orphan?
wait, what? There's a new Gundam out, or is this old?
I think it's old. It's like 2015 maybe, but the graphics are pretty recent and it got really good reviews. So it's like this premise is about like a bunch of kids orphans, and they're all piloting like Gundams and stuff. So but I finished the first season. It's pretty good, but the second season seems to slow down a bit. So if you're into Gundam, you definitely might want to check that out.
Gundam Iron-Blooded Orphan. I have
Yeah.
not seen this. What the? I'm trying to think what the last Gundam I saw was. I think it was Unicorn.
Oh yeah.
So
I
this
think
is newer than
was
Unicorn.
Yeah, this one's newer than Unicorn. And I think the second season came out, so.
Why does everybody have green jackets, dude?
Oh, that's their little faction, because before they're being controlled by adults, but then they took over, and now they're all running. So it's like a ship running with a bunch of kids, and the main dude pilots the main Gundam, which they use like natural instincts versus like how your traditional use the consoles stuff. But you have to like connect to the Gundam, and the more you connect, the more you I don't know, you can use your natural fighting instincts.
Dude, anime is so predictable, man. I bet you the main character has like this special relationship with his Gundam too, right? That makes him more powerful than everybody else.
Probably becoming part more Gundam. Yeah, like they said, like, oh yeah, you have a very low chance of surviving to become part of Gundam.
He's the strongest.
Yeah.
Oh my God, dude, anime. So predictable.
Yep.
But I'm gonna check it out because it's Gundam, dude.
Yeah, it's actually pretty good, so I definitely recommend that.
Yeah, I just asked about the jackets because it reminds me of Attack on Titan.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
It seems like everybody in anime wears jackets now, dude.
I guess we gotta make our own hot couch potato jacket, dude.
That'd be funny.
Just have
with a potato on the back.
On the back, yep.
That would actually be amazing. Oh God. Okay, this time we need to speed it up. So
I can't laugh.
So I've just been playing Kingdom Hearts still, man.
Oh man, did you master that game yet?
No, not yet.
I think there's like 20 games in one game.
Yeah, dude. That's why I opened it up, and I almost did, because the first thing I do before I start up a new game is to go online and look at trophies. We're in 2018, so I'm not doing that. So I didn't do that at all. Opened up Kingdom Hearts 1, but I'm in Hollow Bastion right now. I think that's just in Kingdom Hearts. I don't think, because the whole thing of the game is you go to a bunch of different Disney movie worlds. So you go to Agrabah, which is Aladdin. You go inside the Whale Monstro, which is Pinocchio.
That's
and
where
all
I
that
stopped.
stuff. Oh, okay. Then there's Hollow Bastion, which I don't think is a Disney world.
Ah.
I mean, the Beast is there from Beauty and the Beast, but I don't think it's part of any Disney world. But anyways, I'm trying. So this isn't breaking my New Year's resolution, my New Year's gaming resolution, because I'm not trying to get all the trophies. But there is this trophy I get if I beat the game in under 15 hours. So
what?
I'm low-key shooting for that. I think I'm in Hollow Bastion, and I'm at 10 hours or so. So I have 5 hours to beat the game, and I think I don't need to do too much to beat it. I think I just need to go and beat Riku's punk ass, and then go to the final boss. At least I'm hoping I'm not under leveled where I get my ass kicked.
So are you like near the end, I guess?
Yeah, I think I'm 2 worlds away from the end, if I remember correctly. I mean, I haven't played Kingdom Hearts since it was on PS2, like when it first came out. So I think I'm on the second to last area. And the last area is just, I gotta, square bosses, you gotta fight them 5 times before they actually die, right? They have like final forms and shit.
Yeah.
So I think I'm almost done. So I think I'm almost done, man. I think.
Damn.
So hopefully,
you're almost done with the first game, but you still got like 10 games left.
Oh yeah. I think when you open up, because the 1.5, 2.5 combo, when you open that up, it lets you choose which game you want to play, and I think in 1.5, 2.5, there's like 6 games.
Shit.
So it's crazy, man. I'm just glad these are all on one console now. The main reason I hated Kingdom Hearts for so long was because they released games on every fucking console, but all the games were related, so you had to play them. I was pissed. But Kind of good. They learned a little bit from that. We'll just see how the gameplay is in the second one, because in the second one it was on Game Boy Advance and it was a card game. So I wonder if it's still going to be a card game, just with better graphics on PS4. It'll be interesting to see.
Does it improve the story like the card game?
It does. It's in between the first and second Kingdom Hearts, which is fucking annoying, dude. So that's why I never played the second one either. I bought it, but I never played it because I was telling myself I'm never going to get the story because I don't know what happened in between here. It's not like the story is easy to understand anyways, dude. It's fucking crazy. It's like if you were playing Bloodborne, but if Bloodborne was specifically trying to confuse you, man, with all the fucking notes that people leave around. It's not easy. It's definitely, and we talked about how there's holes in Bloodborne story on purpose where you could fill it in. It's like there aren't holes in Kingdom Hearts story, but they give you like random ass information that points 50 million different ways at once, so you can't even put together the story in the first place. It's kind of trash, but
yeah,
who knows? We'll see at the end of the month if I really understand what the hell's going on, what Sora is doing, and what the fuck Mickey is doing. Because apparently this thing pops off because of him. So we'll see. Hopefully, when I beat all these games, I can understand what the fuck is going on.
Are you gonna like marathon it through like all of the games?
Yeah. I think I'm gonna dedicate myself to playing through those first and foremost this year. I mean, I want to get to Zelda. Like I said, I jumped into Zelda for like an hour and got overwhelmed and turned it off. That being said, I have been using my Switch. I've just been cleaning up in Mario Odyssey. Oh, how many moons do you have now?
Oh, I have no idea.
Is it over 500 though? It's over 500.
I think it's like close to 500.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, because Anthony was pretty adamant about getting 500 moons. So I wonder what happens.
What does happen at 500 moons?
I have no idea, dude. I think I still have almost 400 actually. Because last week I had 300 and I'm gradually getting there. So, I don't know. I still haven't gone to the dark side of the moon yet. So
what? That's actually pretty fun though. That boss is pretty fun.
Oh, really? Yeah, I've just been going to the different worlds and trying to clean up what I didn't do last time. So, getting through that. Also played some Dead by Daylight. Dustin has been wanting to play some multiplayer games on the PC, and he recommended Friday the 13th. All I know about Friday the 13th is it's a glitchy mess. So I was like, nah, man, I'd rather play Dead by Daylight. 2 minutes later, or I don't know, a short time after, he said, okay, I got it. Let's play. I was like, what the fuck? Is Dustin rich? How is he just going to pick up this game, dude?
Yeah.
And I look on Steam and it's $10. It's like 50% off. I was telling myself,
sweet, okay, I'll never buy it.
Really? Well, it's not on sale anymore, man. So unfortunately, it's not gonna be as easy. I can't just buy it for you and trick you like I did with Dread Out or whatever that game is.
Oh, thank you for telling me, because like I was gonna bring that up. I was like looking through my Steam library, and there's like 3 or 4 games that appeared in my library that I don't recognize, but I didn't remember what the name of that game was. So it's Dread Out, you said it is.
I think so. Yeah, it starts with a D.
Okay, cool. Thanks. I can avoid that now.
So for those who don't know, there was a Humble Bundle sale, and for some reason it had a bunch of random like scary games in it or whatever. But it was like 30 games for $20 or something like that. So I said I'd be crazy not to buy this. So I bought them. And I knew I wasn't going to play this one scary game. So I wait a few days. So I wait a few days. And I tell Rick, oh, hey, Rick, I got you the Duck game. It's this multiplayer PvP game you could play. And I was like, I got you a copy, man, so we could all play together. Rick's like, oh, cool, thanks, man. So I give him the code for Dread Out, like a jerk. Just giving my friend a scary game that he hates. And I remember hearing Rick type it in. Pressing enter. He's like, thanks, man. It says it's giving me Dread Out. And I was like, oh, yeah, cool. He's like, wait, this is the scary game, dude. And it is kind of creepy whenever you click on, in Steam, whenever you click on a game, it shows you like pictures or whatever's happening in the game.
Yeah, I told her, I said, this face is my most traumatizing face that I fear the most in Ghost. And then I was like, you know what? I'm not going to look at this picture and all that. But I remember typing it in and I pressed accept. And it was like dread out, and it was the picture of the face, and I was like, motherfucker.
So that face is gonna pop up whenever he goes into his Steam now.
That's why I was like, what is the name of that fucking game again? Okay, so now I know, because I tried deleting it, but it just stays in your library forever the rest of your life.
Yeah, because you redeemed it in Steam, dude.
Yep.
Oh, that's funny.
Shit.
It's fucking funny, dude. But yeah, so Dustin and I played some Dead by Daylight. Damn, we went on a super tangent on that one. So Dustin and I started playing Dead by Daylight. And it was actually really fun, man. Me and him were just playing as the survivors and helping each other out. Dustin really had never played this game before, so I was showing him the ropes. And the first couple games we got our asses kicked. Like, I was not gonna leave that place without Dustin. So whenever I tried to save him, I died, and vice versa. But by the third, fourth, fifth game, we got the hang of it, and we did a round where Dustin played as the killer, so we can get kind of an idea of how to juke the killer out, and just little nuances of how to get around. You know what I mean? Get more familiar with areas he could use to juke out the killer and everything like that. So yeah, by the last game, we were just trolling the killer. Going in circles. It's fun, man, when you play with a bunch of people, it's actually super fun. And then he was just telling me about all the experiences that you can have that are similar but different in Friday the 13th. And then I saw that everyone else had Friday the 13th too, like 5 other people. So I considered buying it, but that game's fucking $40, dude. I can't just drop $40 on a thing like that, man. I just bought a Switch, bro. I still gotta play through Kingdom Hearts, man. Shit,
yeah, you gotta finish that.
Yeah, dude. So realizing that's not gonna help me in my quest to finish games this year. Oh no, dude, am I getting sick too?
Oh no, transmitting it over. Dang.
Fuck,
my
dude.
bad.
It traveled through the internet, dude. Fuck. So yeah, realizing that's not gonna help me in my quest of finishing Kingdom Hearts, I'm gonna pass on that game until it goes on sale. Then I'll pick it up. But I can't yet. I just got Dead by Daylight. So if anybody has that, let's play, man. That game is mad fun with people that you know, because then you can coordinate, man, and you're just not running around using the damn emotes to communicate with people.
Do you like yell for each other using the emotes?
No, we were just mainly yelling on the microphone, like, he's chasing me, dude, he's chasing me. fix the generator, you know what I mean? Just letting each other know. And then in every map there's like this basement with 4 hooks on it, and the killer's goal is to hit you twice so you get knocked down, then pick you up and take you to these hooks and hang you on them, right? So in every map there's this basement with 4 hooks on there, and the killer puts me down in there, and I'm like, Dustin, help me, dude, I'm in the Bang Sanctum. And I see him coming towards me, man, to get me, and he actually saves me. But there's only one staircase to go in and out of this place, and I think we do barely make it out, dude, just because the killer was chasing other people. But it was so nerve-wracking. Oh yeah, that is what happened. So it's just me and Dustin trying to find the exit, because we got all of the generators at this point. So we're scared. We're both hit once. I think Dustin tries to heal me, but he fucks up the skill check and makes a bunch of noise. So the killer knows where we are. And we're just trying to sneak towards the exit. And I think Dustin asks, dude, where's the other people? And I'm thinking to myself, I don't give a fuck where the other people are. Let's just get out of here. And as I say that, I see them walk like towards us from the other direction. I'm like, oh, there they are. Let's get out of here. We start walking out, and the monster's just like chasing us too, man. It was so nerve-wracking.
Holy crap.
But at the same time, it's so fun to just survive with your friends, man. So, I'm telling you, Rick, you should get it, dude. It'd be crazy.
I don't know. I don't like things getting things chasing me. It's just, I don't know. Bloodborne is a lot.
I guess and it does get nerve wracking. You know, the only way you could tell if the monster is near you is your heart starts
Is your
beating
heart beating or
and the
something?
music gets scarier. Yeah, man. And that's why when Dustin was talking about, oh yeah, I've been reading up on the Dead by Daylight Reddit. And I asked him, "Oh, are you getting tips?" And he's like, "Yeah, but I'm probably gonna forget it all once we're in the game because I'm gonna get stressed out."
Yeah.
So yeah, that's bound to happen. That's bound to happen.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it's just been kind of a slow gaming week for me, dude. Just playing a couple games because work's been crazy. In fact, today is Saturday. I had to work overtime. What the fuck's going on, dude? Who works?
Shoot. Are you gonna be the next Michael from The Office?
Yeah, dude. I think I already am, man. Just make everything awkward so people stop talking to me and asking me to do overtime. It's horrible, man. Who wakes up at 7 o'clock on a Saturday and goes to work, dude? I don't want to be that
You
guy,
do.
dude. I don't want to be that guy. It's fucking horrible,
yeah.
man.
Well, by the way, side note, guess what popped up in my recommendations
For what? For games?
for Steam
What popped up?
when I was looking? A game called Mirror, and it looks like it's like a successor to Honey Pop.
It's called Mirror. Why is it called Mirror?
I have no idea, but the game looks almost identical. There's like Bejewel kind of thing, and you got the girls, and I was like reading the comments, and then there's like two comments that like got rated high. The first one was like, "This is a fun game to play with your entire family," and then another comment was like, "My friend saw me playing this game. Now I don't have any friends."
What the fuck, dude? It looks exactly like motherfucking Honey Pop.
Yep, exactly. That
Wait,
I was like, how are these games appearing in my recommendation? I guess it's because of From Honey Pop.
and probably Gun Gal too, man. Wait,
Oh, that's right.
how much was Honey Pop? Wasn't Honey Pop expensive?
$10.
This game's only $2.
Oh,
What
there
the
you go. I'm gonna have to add this to my list.
Okay, we'll need a full Mirror review, Rick, by next week.
A full recommendation
Yeah,
too.
dude. We'll just need to have your whole experience from playing the game. What the fuck?
Oh.
Okay, so I searched this, right? Look at the categories it's in. All games. Sexual content games. Mirror. What the fuck, dude?
Yeah.
The shit that goes up on Steam, dude. And then the pictures after the video that show you how this game works. What the fuck, dude? Oh my god.
I think someone said like this, like he discovered new fetishes or something like that. I was like, what the fuck? Oh my god, these people are crazy. Look, it says I need a girlfriend.
This shit says normally I wouldn't allow porn in this good Christian website, but it's anime titties, so it gets a pass. What the fuck, dude?
I'm dying.
Internet, man. What the fuck?
Oh
dude?
man. Oh man.
Oh my god. And this one recommendation, I'm a simple man. What the fuck? This one, a 9 out of 10 without the patch. I guess there's a nude patch like in Honey Pop. 69 out of 10 with the patch. Oh my fucking god, dude. This is amazing.
$2.
Oh shit. Okay, no, I'm not gonna read through this while we're doing our podcast, dude. There's just too much ridiculous shit in there.
Side note too, someone beat Dark Souls 2 without getting hit.
What?
Yeah, I was watching a video. I was like, "Fuck!" But before that, he got hit like many times. So I guess he restarted the game like thousands of times. But he was like the first person to never get hit. He was just using like magic spells, and these magic spells were taking like a quarter off of the boss's health. So
Jesus.
Yeah, but
he was using DLC too, or he played the DLC too?
Oh, I have no idea. I think he just beat the normal game.
Oh, okay.
It looked like the final boss from the first without the patch. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, isn't that on your list to play? Games to
Yeah,
play?
it's definitely on my backlog. You know,
Ooh.
you know, how I started over Dark Souls just by using the fire. I think I started to go
Yeah.
underground and I stopped playing because it scared me, dude.
Yeah,
It
that
was
shit's
like
scary.
too fucking difficult. Like shit was pushing me off ledges, and there was a 10 million skeletons that I had to fight, dude.
Yeah, and then the big giant skeletons, and then the skeleton on their feet or four legs,
Yeah, yeah. I just
all in the
couldn't,
dark.
and I did not know where I was going. Like I didn't, you know, usually in Dark Souls, I'll walk down the same path over and over, you know, and clear it out gradually as I go along. Underground in Dark Souls 1, I just couldn't figure out where I was going. I was like walking in circles.
Yeah.
I would die. I would try to figure out where I died. I don't remember how I get there. Then I would die again, and I just couldn't get my grasp of the map down there. So that's why I didn't finish that. But no, man, we're tunnel vision right now. Kingdom Hearts. We gotta finish Kingdom Hearts. That's all that's in my head right now,
Damn,
dude.
marathon.
I know, dude. But now, see, I was thinking about it. Someone was telling me about how they want to get into Dark Souls and Bloodborne. I was like, dude, you got to do it. And that just reminded me, I did get Dark Souls 3, like the complete edition. So I have all the DLC now. I mean, I beat the shit out of the regular game, but now I got to play through the DLC. So that's waiting for me too. Just another game in the backlog.
For number 3, right?
Yeah. I think there's 2 DLC for Dark Souls 3. So.
Dang. Okay, I gotta play.
I know, man. Oh god.
Kingdom Hearts. You gotta play Kingdom Hearts, Brent.
Okay. So yeah, this week it's actually funny that we read those reviews. We'll talk about marketing for video games. Now,
Woo.
it's turned into something weird with the internet, or not weird, but I guess I don't know how to explain it. It's just different than how marketing is normally done, but I guess it's different from how marketing is done with everything nowadays, with TV shows, with fucking hot pockets. You can't just throw $1 million at TV ads and billboards nowadays. There's a lot of people that don't have cable anymore, right? So commercials would never reach them.
Exactly, I was gonna bring that up.
People don't leave the house anymore, so they're not gonna see billboards. People don't even listen to the radio anymore, so they're not gonna hear radio commercials. So marketing's at a weird, it's kind of like the wild west for it right now, you know, where you could either spend millions and be unsuccessful and spend $2 on an Instagram post and be super successful, you know what I mean? So it's in a wild place, but you got to do it. You know, you can't just put your game out there and hope that 1 million people find out about it, because it's not going to happen like that. I used to work in marketing, and someone that, or something that someone always told me was, doing something without marketing is like winking at a pretty girl in the dark. You know what you're, yeah, right? It's because you know what you're doing, but the pretty girl doesn't know you're winking at her, so there's no point in doing it, right? Marketing is turning that light on and making sure she sees it and she's aware of what you're doing. So that's what all these commercials and things are for. But we'll start with the bare basics, man. How do you, as a consumer, how do you usually find out about a video game? What do you look at?
I used to like go and listen to the commercials, but since I switched over to that internet TV, all of our commercials are all just like basic and different from
just different ads and stuff.
Yeah, it's like not that anymore. So now I only hear things from you guys when you guys mention it, or from like events like E3 or you know and all that. Especially on YouTube, when you browse the trending things, then you start to see like a bunch of cool games that have released. But mainly, I still kind of visit like Joystick. If you remember that one's got they're owned by Engadget now, but they just list off the basic gaming stuff, all of the games that are releasing. So that's how I take my news in.
So it's just solely on the internet now, and I mean, there was a long time. Well, I guess it's still kind of rare for video games to have commercials on TV, right? I mean, I think it was a big deal when we saw a Call of Duty commercial during the Super Bowl or during like an NFL game, right? It was super weird when you saw something that only you understood. Like, oh, hey guys, it's Call of Duty. And everyone's like, what the fuck? What's that?
Yeah.
Like, oh, it's a video game, never mind. But now it's just so commonplace, you know, Call of Duty is like a household name. But that's interesting. So you still, even by word of mouth too, you rely on, I don't know, like other people to hear about new video games and stuff too, right?
Yeah, since I'm not as in touch, or because I don't have the commercials or the TV to see these games, so I have to manually search it out or hear from you guys to mention it.
Mm-hmm. That's true too. And the sneaky part about some of that stuff is, I know you watch Markiplier. You know, he gets paid to play those early demos and stuff sometimes to get exposure out for those kind of games, which is so sneaky. You know what I mean? Because normally he would just play a scary game to play a scary game, right? And he has, I don't know, like 2 million. No, how many million people does he have subscribed to him on YouTube?
Last time I remembered was like 15 million.
Okay, shit, dude, I'm way off base. I was gonna say he has 2 million people watching, but yeah, he has 15 million people subscribed to his YouTube. You know, so any game that he plays on there, if a tenth of the people that watch him bought that game, that would be a big ass payday for any developer. You know, to play a game that he's tried out. So developers and publishers have gotten smart to this and will send him a free game and say, hey, play this game on your YouTube channel, post up the videos, and they'll make money. You know what I mean? I think now he's gotten smart to it, and hopefully he's asking for money along with that free game, right?
Yeah, probably.
So
On top of the money he's getting off of the views too, man.
Yeah.
Shoot. Because he promotes the demos too. Like, he's like, oh yeah, this game is gonna be awesome, it's great, you should check it out, here's the link below, and all that. And so I'm like, damn, that's like subtle promotion and I don't know, sponsorship and stuff.
Yeah, and that's so crazy how something that used to be so organic, you know, it would just be him looking for a scary game to play, and then he'd play it, to something that's so corporate now, where now people are paying him and giving him games to go and play shit like that. But like I said, it's the wild, wild west. You know what I mean? That's what you got to do nowadays. You've got to infiltrate the market in different ways. You can't just, like I said, have a commercial out there. Not even a 30-second YouTube ad, which most people skip anyways, or have ad blocker on. So no one's going to see that fucking ad up there anyways. I mean, it goes even more in-depth. Streamers on Twitch and everything, on YouTube gaming, they'll get paid to play a video game for like 2 hours or something like that, you know? Yeah. Even though it's a game they wouldn't normally play, they're getting money for it, so they got to play it for an allotted amount of time, right? I just wonder what the prices are on that.
To play the game or play the demo?
Yeah. Because you'll hear about, I don't know, I think they figured it out for TV and traditional media where, you know, you hear, oh, a TV commercial during the Super Bowl costs like $2 million. You know what I mean? I wonder what the price tag is for having a popular streamer, popular YouTuber play a video game. I wonder what the price tag is like on that. Do you think it's a lot, dude?
I would say like maybe $500,000 or roughly around that if they're a good gamer developer company. But if it's like the low end one, maybe like 50,000, 20,000, stuff like that.
Jesus Christ, that's a lot of money, dude.
Yeah, that is a lot. Because if you think about it, that's like 15 million subscribers and roughly 2 to 3 million instantly views. So that means that many people watched that and got exposed to it without having them to worry about the infringement, copyrights, and all that commercial stuff, and how many times it's played, how many times I don't know. So I'm guessing it's the easier route to have a successful YouTuber play the game.
That's true, and I think what helps out with that the most is it's tangible. You could see the immediate numbers, right?
Oh, yeah.
You can see how many views a video gets. You can see how many subscribers a person has who could potentially, get your name out to that many people at one time. Yeah, I think that's what makes the most sense, because even with TV and radio, it's not measured as accurately. I'm going to say accurately with air quotations, because they just sample a certain part of an area and then multiply that by however many times that sample fits in the whole population, and that's where they get their ratings from, right? It's such a diluted process and such a guesstimate that it's way less accurate than YouTube numbers or Twitch stream numbers, even though bots are a big thing, right?
Yeah.
I think I saw a video of a guy or of a lady in China connecting like 50 iPhones with one iPhone. And they were going through and I think liking Instagram pictures or liking YouTube videos or something like that. So that's
Holy
a thing.
crap.
So that's a thing. But it's still, those numbers I feel like are still way more accurate than anything that TV or radio could provide. I mean, everyone has access to radio essentially, right? They just got to turn on a car. But it's not like they're listening to the radio, right? Do you listen to the radio anymore in your car?
Yeah, when I go on long drives, I do.
Oh, you
but
do? Okay.
mainly I only listen to the radio as like background noise versus actually listening to it.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, because I don't even listen to the radio anymore on my daily drives to work and stuff. I think
damn. Spotify?
Yeah, I have a playlist, or I'm listening to like a podcast or something, man. So yeah, it's just crazy now how different ways corporations, companies, developers, publishers have had to put themselves in to where the viewership is, where potential customers are. I think they're doing it right by giving it to all of the YouTubers and streamers and everything like that, and putting it in their hands and giving people just straight up exposure to it. I think for the bigger companies, they're not there yet. Like, I don't think a YouTuber or streamer is going to get The Last of Us 2. And
Not that big. Yeah.
But even with those, right, developers will have their own streams and play the game themselves just to show everybody what's going on with it, right? Like Destiny, Bungie had streams before Curse of Osiris came out to show different features and things like that to try and get people excited for that. I shouldn't have brought that up because that was not successful at all. I think that backfired on them. But other games have done that too, where the developer will play the game and show a little bit of what's going on live on stream. Final Fantasy 14, there you go. They do a good job of keeping people up to date through their streams and things like that. So yeah, it's just crazy how the game's changed and everything's more central to the internet, man.
Side note.
What up?
Did you know, like, I was like looking through Facebook and the Destiny, I don't know,
That's
it's not
one too,
a little,
dude.
huh?
That's one too is Facebook. Like, people make those memes and those GIFs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But my bad, what was up?
But I was saying, I was like, dude, Destiny, it sounds like Destiny's kind of getting a little desperate, or at least Bungie is, because
What?
they're like saying, like our page and follow our Destiny 2 page, and you may get a chance to win a Overwatch statue. I was like,
fuck
what?
up. Why are they using Overwatch to market the game,
Exactly.
dude?
I was like, what? That is so random. Why would you give away an Overwatch statue and it's for Destiny 2?
That's hilarious, dude. They're trying to ride the coattails of fucking
Of a successful game.
Overwatch. I know. Oh no, dude, that's too funny. Other side note, I was reading this article about how there's this guy that made $1 million to make memes. Did you read about that, dude? Yeah.
No.
I don't know if it was $1 million, but I guess he still does it. You know what I mean? So he was super vague about what he was doing. But if you think about it, memes make the world nowadays, dude.
They do.
Right?
Make it happy.
Right? I mean, that's the only reason I feel like Trump got elected president, was because so many memes were made out of him. Um, the Mannequin Challenge, the song that was in the background for that, Black Beatles, that was the first song for Gucci Mane to be like #1 on the charts, dude. And this guy's been making music for years, almost, I think, over 10 years, dude. This guy's been making music, and it's because of that meme that he got all the way to the top. And then what else is there, man? The Running Man Challenge, that My Boo song.
Oh yeah,
That went back onto the charts because of that shit. So
damn,
memes really make the world go round, dude.
they do.
And see, now that's scary because those are supposed to be organic too, right? Those are just supposed to be made by some random person on the internet for all of us to enjoy, right? But no, if you think about it, if Subway starts trying to make memes, dude, about their $5 footlongs and shit, oh my god, dude.
Exposure, yeah.
I know. That's so crazy. We can't trust anything anymore, dude. We can't even trust innocent memes. It could be corporate brainwashing and shit, dude.
They're doing a pretty good job.
But yeah, man. And then especially if we start thinking about how video game marketing started, I think the only way I used to find out about video games was through like video game magazines, right? Did you ever subscribe to any?
Dude, I totally forgot the name, but I think so. Yeah, I used to get it in the mail when I was a kid.
Yeah. Was it like Game Informer or?
Yeah, Game
Okay.
Informer. There you go. Yeah, that was the one.
Yeah.
Where did you even subscribe? Was that on the website? You had to get the. I don't even know how I subscribed to that.
It could have been through like, I don't know. Didn't schools used to do those fundraisers where you subscribe to magazines for a year or something like that?
Oh, I think it might have been because I remember I just used to get that all the time, just about video games and all that.
Yeah, because I think the one I always used to get was PSN or PSM, PlayStation Magazine. And I think my dad got a year free from when it first, because I still have like the first edition or the first, like, what would you call it? The first printing, I guess, of that magazine.
First
Like
issue?
First issue, there you go. I have the first issue of that magazine. So I think my dad got it free
Damn.
with like the PlayStation or something. He got a free subscription. I just kept getting it. And I think we had it for like, shit, the whole time the PlayStation 1 was alive. We had that magazine coming to the house every month. So that would be my real exposure to games that were coming out soon and that were in development, and the rumors of little tips and tricks and passwords and stuff, you know, because I don't know. I guess I didn't know to look on the internet for that type of shit, or it wasn't as big at the time, right? When we were kids. We're not really looking for too much shit like that on there. But these magazines are official, they're printed, they've got to be real, right? All this stuff in there. And yeah, that's where I used to get a lot of my video game news. It's kind of sad that it's died now. The only place to get all this stuff is the internet, you know. It would be cool, I think, to have a video game magazine again. I think there are some out there, but I'm not willing to buy them, actually, now I'm thinking about it. I mean, I'm just being ironic about it. But another thing in those would be demo discs. I remember demo discs would come with some
those
of the magazines. Yeah, dude. And then you get to play, you know, try out 10 games. Sometimes you wouldn't even be able to try the game. It'd just be like a video showing you what the game. I remember I used to be so upset at those, right? Like, oh man, this demo has, I still have the disc. This demo has Wild Arms in it. I'm going to try out Wild Arms. It's this JRPG type game on PlayStation 1. I was excited to try it. I think I just finished Final Fantasy 7 at this point as a kid. Pop in the disc, go immediately to Wild Arms. It's a fucking video, dude. Like, what do I get to play? I must have watched that thing like 20 times over, dude.
Damn. That's John Ramon's favorite video game of all
Wild Arms?
time. Yeah, Wild Arms too.
Okay.
If you want to ever try that out. He says it's a solid story.
I might have to find it, dude. I might have to find it. That, and I think that's my first exposure to my favorite video game ever. Brave Fencer Musashi was on a demo disc. And then, funnily enough, Final Fantasy VIII demo came with Brave Fencer Musashi. Because I remember when I bought it, it came in one of those two disc cases.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa, Brave Fencer Musashi is 2 discs? And I opened it up, and one was Final Fantasy VIII, and I was like, oh, what the fuck? All right, I guess I'm playing Final Fantasy VIII, which low key is my second favorite Final Fantasy. Quote me on that shit, because I know a lot of people don't like Final Fantasy VIII, dude, for whatever reason.
I have never played it.
Really? Dude, that one, yeah, is my low key my second favorite. It's the second one I ever played too.
Spoilers, don't they all die or something like that?
Wait, what? No.
In Final Fantasy VIII, isn't there no good happy ending, or is it all?
Oh, you
sad
know what?
ending?
I don't know. I think that's just some fucking theories, dude. I don't think it gets that serious where they all die. Spoiler alert. The game has to do with like time traveling and time compression. Like there's the main boss is this witch who wants to compress time and put all timelines into one time, essentially, so everything exists in one timeline. I don't know, it's weird. So that's gonna cause chaos, so you try to stop her. So I think people are trying to say that you never get out of that time compression, but you do kill her and release everybody else. I don't know. There's also a theory that the main character dies at the end of the first disc, and when the rest of the game is just his path right before he dies. Because before you die, people say you have flashes of your whole life ahead of you, or you have like a dream. That's what people are saying. Everything after the first disc is, which is kind of makes sense. But I think recently someone interviewed the creator, the writer, or the director for Final Fantasy VIII, and he just shot down that theory. So
damn.
Yeah, man. Well, it's crazy how people made it seem like it worked. I think there's still YouTube videos. It's called Squall is Dead, if you ever have time. But I definitely think you should finish it first before you check those out. But yeah, demo disc. I miss demo discs. But now I guess it's just we'll just download the demos directly from PlayStation Network, right?
Yep.
But see, even those aren't the same anymore. Because with the demo discs, maybe I just got it for Wild Arms, but maybe there's a demo for, I don't know, I'm just shooting off the hip here. There's a demo for Tomba or something in there, right?
I would play that.
Yeah, see?
Yeah.
Let's say I never heard of Tomba, but it's on this demo disc that I got for Wild Arms. I'll say, oh, okay, whatever, I'll try out Tomba. And it turns out to be my favorite game. You know what I mean? That's what happened with Brave Fencer Musashi, right? So I think that's what I miss about demo discs is there's shit that you want to play that you don't realize you want to play that's on there. Now
exposure.
Exposure to different things rather than what you would normally go for, right? I mean, oh, by the way, there's another Monster Hunter beta I think coming up next weekend, dude.
Oh, what?
So you have one more chance, bro. You have one.
Holy crap.
The weekend before it comes out, you could play it again, dude, or you could actually play it this time. So keep an eye out for that. But yeah, dude, I miss demos, at least in the traditional sense, to where they all came on a disc and you could try anything. I think GameStop or something, they even had videotapes that they would mail you with like videos on the games that were going to come out next. Because I think I had one that had Resident Evil 2 on it. I gotta look for it.
So it's like a list of games that are coming out?
No, it's like, how can I explain it? It's like a videotape with a bunch of trailers on it. So it's like a YouTube video, but before YouTube videos. Right? Yeah, because I think that's where it had like the opening cinematic for Resident Evil 2 on there. Man, I gotta find that videotape. But yeah, and then shortly after that, I think when PlayStation 2 came out, that's when trailers started to become a big thing, right? Which will take us to, I guess, our next question we have for marketing. Are there been any commercials or ads or YouTube videos that have like made you go out and buy a game?
Yeah, there is. Well, at least the ones I can remember right now is first one is Red Dead. And I remember I heard nothing about this game. I didn't know this game was coming out. And then when the game released, they released these awesome trailers, and I remember like John Marston saying like "You want to die, friend?" kind of stuff like that. So
Mhm.
that was pretty cool. Also like Vanquish when I was playing or not playing the game, when the trailer came out and I see this guy, like a cybernetic guy sliding all over the place, shooting monster, and then he like in the middle of battle he like brings out and smokes a cigarette.
Mm.
And then like jumps on top of this giant robot, hits the missile or turns the missile around. I was like, damn, that was pretty cool. That got me to buy the game too.
Mhm.
The other games I that got me was Witcher 3. It was just that marketing strategy of how they all said like, "Oh, hey, this is the best game of all time." Everybody, like I just got suckered in by all that jazz, and
Mhm.
I looked it up and I was like, "Oh yeah, they actually did say all this stuff like how this is an awesome game and role playing." So yeah, and then another one was Tales of Zillia. I've never played it yet. I bought
Mhm.
it, but that commercial was it just gave me that nostalgic feeling of being an adventurer. It's like a JRPG and just like the world looked like a Final Fantasy kind of world.
Mm.
Everything was just like unique and all that. And that was a good strategy because everybody was starting to pick up that game just based off that commercial.
Mhm.
Um, but finally, the most notable one is Modern Warfare 2 of the one with Eminem.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Dude, I got so fucking hyped. I don't even know. I forgot what I bought, but I immediately after I saw that commercial, I went in to go buy the game because I was like so hyped from that trailer
Yeah.
of Eminem singing, and then you're going in with your boys to. I don't remember what we were doing, but yeah, that was one of the best games I've played.
That was really the start of it, I think. The start of video games becoming bigger than what they were was Modern Warfare 2. You know what's funny too is I never played COD 4, the first Modern Warfare.
Oh yeah,
I only played Modern Warfare 2. I don't even know what made me buy it. I think it's because everyone else was buying it and they were talking about multiplayer on there. So I had to pick it up. But that's interesting, man. Games that were like that for me, where I would have never bought them in the first place unless I saw the commercial. Um, Catherine was one for sure. I
oh,
think,
that's right.
yeah, man. I think I saw an article about it on, it could have been Joystick or Polygon or one of those websites. And it was talking about how it was an anime puzzle game or something like that that was coming out tomorrow. And the way they described it made it sound really, really fun and unorthodox. And then I watched a YouTube video about it, and watching the gameplay, I was like, "Oh, I'm definitely buying this game." I think this was the first Atlas game that I ever picked up, man. The first game with any like anime type graphics or cell shading or anything like that I picked up since like Brave Fencer Musashi, dude. So
Yeah,
that,
good
yeah,
game.
man. And I really did. I bought the special edition the next day that came with boxers. I think it came with like a body pillow cover and fucking a t-shirt or something that I like gave to Rick too.
Yeah, with the hearts.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It was like saying empty or something like that. Dude,
Yeah.
that game was awesome,
Dude,
man.
that game is, and the fact that it's coming out again, oh my god, dude, they're getting me
Yeah.
again, dude. I bought Grand Theft Auto 5 3 times. I'm about to buy
Shit.
Catherine twice, dude. Another one that made me buy the game was that Dead Island commercial. You remember that one, dude? Where it's
Yeah, like they wake up in a family vacation or something like that.
yeah, and it plays like backwards. Like I think the beginning of the commercial is the little girl's face like laying down in the grass, and then it plays everything backwards to her like flying up into the window of her hotel room, and then her parents like fighting a zombie or whatever that's breaking through the door. I remember that commercial was so crazy to me because this was a time too where I think zombies were just starting to get popular, right? I
Yeah.
think The Walking Dead was just starting to get popping and all that, and this commercial comes out for a zombie game, and I would have never bought it in the first place because I had my great times with Dead Rising, I think, at that point. And it just does something different. It has a more serious tone to zombies, and I was like, fuck, I'm buying this game when it comes out, Um, turns out the game wasn't really that fun.
Oh,
Or
really?
at least
Oh,
I don't know.
shit.
It wasn't for me. I think it overall a majority of people liked it, but it wasn't for me. I think it was just too clunky of a first person experience for me to enjoy, Um, and this is coming from someone who at the time had already played like 80 hours of Oblivion. So I know what clunky is in the first person, like, you know what I mean? Because you've played Skyrim, right? Or you've played Oblivion before?
I think I played Oblivion. That was the one on PS3, I think.
I think so. I played on Xbox 360, but it could have been out on PS3. But anyways, melee fighting in any Elder Scrolls game is so awkward, because you gotta walk in and swing and hope by the time you get close enough the swing hits them and then walk away to avoid anything,
Yeah.
And I don't know, that just didn't carry off that well into Dead Island. Was there a Dead Island 2?
I think so, yeah.
Well, shit, it was successful a little bit, at least for them to make a second one. Special shout out to a couple trailers or commercials. The Halo 3 commercials, when it was like the old men in the museum, those were fucking good too, man. Do you remember those?
I don't.
It's like people who were like fighting alongside Master Chief were like reliving their experiences and shit, man. Like it had really happened in the past. Those are crazy, man. They made it so real, and then you realize, oh shit, dude, I thought he was talking about World War II. He's talking about Halo. Those were good. Those had an effect on me. The first, I think, announcement trailer for Metal Gear Solid 2. Now I'm saying this is before YouTube. I think this was on Game Trailers where I first saw it. And then I straight up downloaded the video from Kazaa because I couldn't wait for the video to keep loading in Game Trailers every time. Because it was like, I think the video was over 10 minutes, but it was the beginning part of Metal Gear Solid 2 where it's Snake escaping from the ship blowing up, which you don't even get to play through in fucking the actual game, right? Isn't it just like a cutscene and then that part's over?
Yeah.
Like, I think Ocelot steals the Metal Gear and then that's it for that scene. But in the trailer, it's Snake running through hallways while the ship is sinking, trying to get away and shit like that. And then at the very end, he reaches the top of the ship and you just see the Metal Gear like stand up out of the water and shoot a laser at the boat. And the ending to that trailer is Snake reaching for his ear. He's like, Otacon, we got a problem. And then it just ends. Dude, that trailer was so perfect, dude. Oh my fucking god. I gotta look for it, man. I wonder if I saw it. But yeah, I remember eventually I got so sick and tired of trying to find it in game trailers that I downloaded it off of Kazaa on dial-up internet. And it took like 3 nights, like dude.
A day.
It
Yeah.
took 3 nights
3
because
nights?
I had to turn off the internet during the day so people could call the house. So I just left it on all night to download, dude. And it took 3 nights, dude. And yeah, I watched the shit out of that trailer because it was so perfect. I wonder if I had find it again, dude. I'd probably never be able to find that trailer again. And then lastly, special shout out to the PlayStation 3 commercial where they all chant Michael's name at the end. You remember that one, dude? That was my favorite commercial, dude. Yeah. I wish they had a campaign where they just put a bunch of names in there, stock, and then you could try to find your name and have your own commercial. That'd be cool, dude. They probably wouldn't have my name because my name's kind of random, but they would definitely have Rick in there because Rick's a pretty common name.
Rick, here to Rick.
I know, dude. Those would be so sick. And you know what's funny? I think they're trying to get that same vibe back, right? With all the new commercials that they have with that one guy that's in like a store that has all the different items from all the different games in it. But yeah, it's just not as epic, dude. You don't have fucking Nathan Drake talking about his experiences that you played through. Dude, that commercial is so great, man. Chills every time, dude. But yeah, I think we've gone through enough to just realize that marketing is all over the place, man. You really can't trust anything anymore. Even memes. Memes could be marketing that's paid for.
Yeah, didn't Bungie spend $500 million on
Marketing, yeah.
marketing for Destiny 1?
Yeah. And then you'll think about a game like Undertale that probably spent $0 on marketing, but just because, and that's the thing too, if a game is good, it's going to be successful, right?
Yep.
There's some games that are just bullshit, but just because they have $500 million behind it, it's gonna seem popular, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, Undertale probably didn't spend any money on marketing at all, but just the fact that it was good and people were picking it up, and there was so many different ways you could play it and interact with the game. People had different experiences on their YouTube videos and playthroughs. It made more and more people intrigued about it, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a good point too, man. That some people can spend millions and millions of dollars, and some people don't have to spend anything.
Yeah.
And have the same success rate.
Yeah.
Same thing can be said about Stardew Valley, right?
Fucking amazing game, by the way. That's why it's on coming to the Switch.
But yeah, see, the fact that that game is so good. That guy, didn't he almost go like bankrupt making that game? So I'm sure he
probably.
I'm sure he didn't have that much money left for marketing or anything like that. So just because of how good that game is, it was able to survive and endure. And now, fuck, it's coming out on the Switch, dude, which means he made hella money, man. He's about to make even more. Crazy.
Yeah, we gotta make a game.
Shit, we do, dude. We still got the one in the works.
Yep. I still have that project on my desktop.
Shit. But yeah, man, interesting times. I don't think there's gonna be a set formula for it soon. Especially now, like I said, it's the Wild Wild West. People can charge whatever they want. Speaking of, if anybody wants to market their game on Hot Couch Potato, just contact me at Gmail.
$5 a minute
I know,
for every post.
Yeah, dude, so you can make up our own price and shit. That's so funny, dude. We also do dedications and shout outs. So if you want to shout out your loved one.
Oh, shit.
Again, $5 a minute. That's funny. So now we're getting to the point in the show where we have our game recommendations. They're coming back. We're done with our resolutions. So what game would you recommend for us this week, man?
Darksiders, and I think that's only on the PS3, but it might have been remade, but that was a pretty good game. It's basically there's like 4 horsemen in this world, and you're one of them, and you get summoned. But the thing is, you got summoned, I don't want to say legally, but you got called not on your intent, and it's a crime or something like that. And so you're like, it's just you, the horseman, facing against the entire world of monsters, because it's an apocalyptic world, and you're versing angels and demons and stuff like that. So, you know, you're just like a badass horseman with a sword, and you're like killing both sides, but you're trying to clear your name. But then, you know, later in the end, oh man, I just want to spoil it, but I can't.
Don't spoil it, dude. Don't spoil it.
It's a good game. Just played the game. It's a hack and slash. Darksiders 2 came out, which involves the second horseman, and he's called Death. I forgot the first guy's name, but yeah, definitely recommend it. It's pretty bomb.
And that hack and slash, is that from the top down, or is it like, it's like God of War, right?
Yeah, kind of like God of War. Not style, but basically essentially the same gameplay kind of thing.
Okay. And I think part 2 was free on PlayStation Plus.
Yeah,
a few months ago.
November, I think, and it was Darksiders 2.
Yeah.
So all 4 of them are like brothers. They're the 4 horsemen.
So are there about to be 4 Darksiders, or is there just gonna be?
I'm not sure. I haven't played number 2 yet, but number 1, yeah, you just gotta play it.
Damn, dude. Now I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued. Game I'll recommend this week, talked about it earlier, is Dead by Daylight. Rick, you should definitely pick this up, man. It's a fun co-op game that you
Heck
can play
no,
with
it's
your
not
friends.
fun.
It's like,
That thing
no,
is
yeah, man.
stressful.
It's
I'm going
like-
to be dead in 1 minute, blowing all of the generators. You know, I think I'll be good as bait.
No, but see, that's the beautiful part of it is, especially if we're playing together and you fuck up on a generator, but the monster is so concentrated. That's what was happening the whole time Dustin and I were playing. I think the monster was chasing me the entire game, and Dustin was over here like, oh, I fucked up on a generator. I would just tell him, keep working on it. The monster is still chasing me, dude. Do not worry about it. You know what I mean? So we'd have each other's backs. I could play bait for real. You just have to save me in the end.
I think I would just explode all of the generators, like go in a circle and just purposely explode them all, so the monster is just like chasing me.
But yeah, man, it's like an online game of hide and seek. A simple objective. You can get perks and different items to help you along your way as well. The killer also has access to perks and certain buffs that help him out too. So yeah, man, definitely recommend it. It was $10 a week ago, but I think it's $20 now. It's good time.
$20?
Yeah, I think it's $20 now. But there are microtransactions. I have to throw
Oh,
that in there.
what?
I guess there's different skins. So if you want to have, I don't know, 4 more survivor skins, then you pay more. And then I think there's like 4 or 5 monsters that are locked. And I think Freddy Krueger, Michael Myers, I think that's it. And then just 2 other original monsters. You can pay like an extra $2 to unlock them. But the game is fun enough for what it is. I think regular price is $20 anyway, so you have that laying around. My goal is to have a game where all friends are playing. 4 people are survivors and 1 person's the killer. That's a friend too. And we're all in the same voice chat. And someone who's the killer is be like, "I'm right behind you, Dustin," or "I'm right behind you, Brent." I'm like, "What the fuck?" I think that would be fucking hilarious, dude. But yeah, that is it for us this week. Next week, I think we finally got to talk about it, man. Since it's on its last legs, on its way out, I think we have to have a funeral finally for Destiny. And remember the great times we had with it, and try to block out the memory of the bad times.
Shit. I already did that.
So we'll go over that next week. But until then, Rick, some words of wisdom?
Emergency! Use emergency! Zombie apocalypse coming. The sickness is spreading.
All right.